All right, so we got a ton of articles here all about USA Cricket. Looks
Yeah.
like you're really interested in the USPL and some of these players making waves.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing to see the growth of the league and the talent too, you
Yeah.
know. You've got homegrown players and then some really impressive international players coming in.
Well, speaking of international players, first up we've got the Maryland Mavericks. They just brought in Neil Broom as their new head coach.
Oh yeah. Big News Broom played for New Zealand's national team, so for him to come coach in USPL, I mean that's huge.
It really says something about how the league is viewed globally, right? Like, this is serious business.
Definitely. I think it'll be a big draw for other international players too. Could really raise the level of competition across the board.
Okay, so that's a sign that the USPL is the real deal.
Hmm.
Then there's Sarab Nutralakar, captain of the U.S. national team. And get this, a senior software engineer at Oracle.
Yeah, how does he do it all?
I know, right? It's unreal. Plus, he led the U.S. to that historic win against Pakistan in the T20 World Cup,
Yeah.
defending, what was it, like 18 runs in the super over?
I think it was 18. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
That kind of performance under pressure, it's just incredible.
And he was the leading wicket taker in Major League Cricket, too.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is a machine. And he's captaining the New Jersey Titans in the USPL, right?
Yeah, he was the captain, though he's actually stepping down from that role.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how the team dynamics change. They were the runner-up team in 2023 with some really strong players like Andrews Goose and Aaron Jones.
Oh, yeah. Goose was the top batter in the league last season.
Mm-hmm.
And Jones had some really clutch performances, too. So the Titans definitely have a solid foundation, even without Neutral Walker at the helm.
For sure. And then, of course, you've got the New York Cowboys, the reigning champs. They beat the Titans in the finals. They've got some serious firepower, and it'll be exciting to see if they can repeat.
Definitely. And then you also sent me some stuff about the California Golden Eagles.
Right. They've got some serious backing from Pavna Sports Venture. It's an Indian group that's been making waves in the sports world.
So that's another sign of confidence in the USPL, right?
Yeah.
Like international investment coming in.
Definitely. And it's not just about the money. They bring expertise and connections, too. It really helps to elevate the whole league.
Okay, and speaking of exciting talent, there's this player, Aryan Singh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing for the Carolina Eagles, but he's also studying computational finance and running his own e-commerce business.
It's like he's defying the stereotype of what it means to be a professional athlete.
Totally. He's part of a whole new breed of athlete, you know, driven, entrepreneurial, tech savvy. It's not just about what they do on the field anymore.
And then you've got Sarab Nutravolkar. He created an app called Crypticode. It uses tech to, like, analyze player performance and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Technology is playing a bigger and bigger role in the sport. It's really changing things up.
So we've got experienced coaches, international investment, talented players, and a tech revolution. It seems like USA Cricket is on the verge of something big. But what does all this mean for the future of the USPL?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? With all these factors coming together, the USPL really has the potential to become a major force in the world of cricket.
And what about these young, multi-talented players? I mean, do you think they represent a shift in the culture of sports in America?
I think it's a trend worth watching, for sure. They're challenging what it means to be an athlete, and they're inspiring a whole new generation to think bigger and go after their passions, both on and off the field. You know, it's interesting when you think about it. The USPL is kind of building on a foundation that's been around for a long time. Cricket actually has a pretty long history in America.
Oh, really? I always thought of it as kind of a new thing here.
Yeah, it goes way back, to the 1700s. I mean, there are records of cricket being played in the colonies even before the Revolution.
Wow, I had no idea. So it's not like some recent import or anything?
No, not at all. But for a long time, it was mostly like a niche sport, played by immigrants from cricketing nations, mainly.
So what changed? Why is it starting to take off now?
Well, a few things, I think. One is the rise of T20 cricket. It's a faster, more exciting format. You know, it kind of appeals to a wider audience, especially here where baseball and basketball are king.
Right, right. And the USPL is kind of riding that wave, right? Giving American players a chance to compete at a high level and, showcasing the sport to more people.
Exactly. And it's not just the USPL Major League Cricket. The professional T20 League is growing like crazy, too. They're planning to add teams in more cities across the U.S., which will mean even more exposure for the sport.
So it sounds like USA Cricket's at a turning point, huh? We've got the pro leagues, the international investment, all this young talent. But what about at the grassroots level? How is the USPL impacting, the development of the sport in communities?
Yeah, that's a really important part of the whole picture, right? You need a strong foundation to build a successful sporting culture. And we're seeing more and more cricket academies popping up. Organizations like USA Cricket are doing a lot to promote the sport in schools and communities, too.
So it's like a whole ecosystem is developing, with the USPL at the top, inspiring young cricketers and giving them something to aim for.
Exactly. And as that ecosystem grows and matures, I think we'll see more American players breaking through and, making a name for themselves on the world stage. We're already seeing glimpses of that with the U.S. national team's recent successes.
Yeah, that win against Pakistan in the T20 World Cup was huge. I mean, Saurav Notrokar, bowling in the super over, it was like he became a national hero overnight.
For sure. It really captured everyone's attention, showed that USA cricket is a force to be reckoned with. American players can compete with the best in the world.
And it's not just the established stars either. There's all this incredible young talent coming up. We talked about Aryan Singh earlier.
Yeah.
But are there any other, like, rising stars in the USPL that you're keeping an eye on?
Oh, tons of them. One guy that comes to mind is Sujit Nayak. He's a batsman, just signed with the Maryland Mavericks. He's
Yeah.
got a ton of experience playing in India, and he's got this really aggressive style. Fans are going to love him.
So it sounds like the Mavericks are building a pretty impressive team there, with Neil Broom as coach and players like Nyack coming in. How do you think they stack up against teams like the Titans and the Cowboys?
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Competition in the USPL is getting tougher every season. It's really anyone's game at this point.
And as fans, we're the ones who benefit, right? I mean, the future of USA cricket is looking bright.
Right.
But what about the role of technology? I mean, we talked about Nutravalker's Crick Code app. But what other, like, innovations are you excited about?
Oh, technology is changing the game in so many ways. Like, we're seeing teams use really advanced data analytics to analyze player performance, come up with game plans. And they're using virtual reality to simulate matches and train more effectively.
And for the fans, there are all these apps and websites, live scores, commentary, even VR experiences.
It's pretty wild. Technology is bringing the game and the fans closer together, making it more interactive, more immersive than ever before.
It's really cool how it's breaking down barriers, too, making the sport accessible to a much wider audience.
Yeah, absolutely. And as technology keeps advancing, who knows what's next? I mean, we might see things like augmented reality at live matches or personalized training programs powered by AI. Who knows?
That's pretty mind-blowing. It
Yep.
seems like the possibilities are endless.
They really are. And that's what makes this such an exciting time for cricket in America. It feels like we're on the edge of something really special, and the USPL is leading the way.
So to kind of wrap things up here, it seems like USA cricket is entering a golden age, wouldn't you say? With USPL driving growth, innovation, and getting international recognition.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. The USPL has this amazing mix of talented athletes, experienced coaches, and passionate fans. It's creating a really bright future for American cricket.
It's been awesome talking about all this with you today. For our listeners out there, we hope this deep dive has given you a glimpse into the excitement and the potential of this, rapidly growing sport.
And hey, maybe it's even sparked an interest in checking out a USPL match or two. I mean, you won't be disappointed.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of USA cricket. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration. It's really kind of wild to think about, right? We're
Yeah.
seeing this whole transformation of cricket in America happen right before our eyes.
I know, it's amazing. And it's moving so fast. It's not just about the pro leagues either,
Yeah.
or the national team for that matter.
Right. It's like this whole ecosystem is popping up around the sport.
Exactly. The USPL is definitely a catalyst, but there's so much more happening. Youth academies, grassroots initiatives, even schools and universities are getting involved.
And we can't forget about tech either, the role it's playing.
Oh, absolutely. Tech is opening up the game, making it more accessible, more engaging. It's really changing the whole experience for everyone, players and fans alike.
We've talked a bit about Saurabh Netravalkar's Crick Code app, but there's just so much innovation happening across the board.
Yeah, like all the data analytics teams are using now, they can really dive deep into player performance, and develop some pretty sophisticated game plans. Plus, they're using virtual reality to simulate matches and stuff. It's like they're taking training to a whole new level.
And for the fans, there are all these apps and websites. You can get live scores, commentary, even VR experiences now.
I know, it's crazy. Technology is blurring the lines between the game and the fan experience. It's becoming so much more interactive, more immersive than ever before.
And it's really breaking down barriers, too, making the sport accessible to so many people who might not have had a chance to experience it before.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
incredible. So with the USPL leading the way and all these other factors coming together, I mean, the future of USA cricket is looking pretty bright, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's really an exciting time to be a cricket fan in America.
Totally. It feels like we're at the beginning of something truly special.
Well, we hope this deep dive has given you a better understanding of the USPL and the future of cricket in America. It's a fascinating story, and it's still unfolding.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe you'll even be inspired to check out a USPL match. You won't be disappointed.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into a topic that matters to you.